Hello. Hey, young Ryan.
Hello, how are you?
Good. I'm sort of hanging around here waiting for a few people to turn up.
Cool. I love the super that's got your name on it, and your on the screen it's got like your logo and stuff.
Yeah,
That's great. That looks super cool.
Yeah.
Is my video not?
Pardon?
My video not working?
Okay, not yet. That's just a Hangout toolbox tool.
That's cool.
Yeah, it just sort of makes it slightly professional. Not that I am.
Well, it looks professional, anyways. I should get one and just like Ryan Welcher, a serious dude at the bottom.
Yeah. It's not difficult to do. It's there, and you just you get to go. Yeah, I see your smiling face.
There we go.
So I'm expecting a couple other guys, Ian and Diego, who've been busy working along, doing some bits.
Cool. Well, I don't know how much I'll be able to contribute, but I've been wanting to hang out
Here
for
comes
a while.
Diego. Diego. Yeah, Diego. Oh, I butcher his name every time. Don't I, mate?
How are you?
I'm good. I was just saying I'd butcher your name.
It's fine.
Have you met Ryan?
I don't think so.
Hello.
Hey, Ryan.
How are you?
Good. Good. Is your first time today?
No, I came a while ago, a long time ago, but I haven't been able to drop in.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I dropped in once.
Yeah. And we're trying to get stuff. Do you think Ian's going to turn up? Or should we get on without him?
Let me check here.
Okay. Yep. So, Ryan, we got you down to help at WordCamp to do some code quality stuff.
You do? Oh.
Did you miss that? I think you volunteered to do something.
We talked about it last year. I haven't talked to anyone about it. I don't think I'm going to be able to even go for work in Toronto, which is unfortunate. I want to, but so that's too bad.
Well,
I would be all for it. Yeah.
We're going to do this there as well.
Yeah.
So you could virtual into us.
Oh, maybe. What day are you guys? What day are you doing it?
I think it's the Sunday. I think they're doing virtual on Sunday.
We're actually away, and then we're coming back on Saturday. So I don't know. I don't want to commit, but then.
Let's have a quick look at WordCamp and see what.
Oh, that's too bad. No, I haven't talked to who's the organizer? I can't remember his name. Auger. Brent or any of those guys.
Yeah.
Are you speaking this year at WordCamp Toronto?
Yeah, I'm doing something on the API.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's going to work okay. I've got about 6 slides, and then I'm going to start showing code.
Live demo. You're a brave man.
Yeah, I've always been stupid like that. Yeah, the Contrib calls 11 to 4 on the Sunday.
11 to 4. Okay. Well, I'll see if I can. I'll see if I'm around. I guess I will be back, and I'm sure we'll have like a ton of launch.
Well, we're gonna do it virtually a little bit to see how it goes. So we might be around doing stuff. But don't panic. No hassles. To be honest.
And yeah. This year I was hoping to speak at WordCamp Toronto again and get involved with the core to contribute today, but it's just not happening this year.
No,
too much on the go.
And it's close for me as well because I'm moving buy the house this weekend. So I'm off to Kingston.
Well, you're pretty in Toronto, aren't you?
I'm in Toronto.
Oh, you're in. Okay, cool.
I'm moving to Kingston. Just we got a house on the Rideau, so
Oh, nice.
yeah. So the office is going to have the lake in front of it.
Well, that's fantastic. Yeah,
That's the way to do
that's
it.
great.
So,
Absolutely.
So we're doing that. So yeah. Okay. So let's leave Ian off to do some stuff. Hopefully his commit went through. I don't know if it did from last time. The commit I did, I got my wrist slapped over because I picked up a good first bug and used it as a demo and put it in. Ah, here comes Ian. Hello, Ian.
Hi.
Did that bug that you put in get accepted? That commit?
I haven't heard anything from it.
Oh, the one that I put in did actually get committed, but I got my wrist slapped because I took a bug that was really for good first commit bug.
Oh, yeah.
So, whoops, slap wrist.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have run the demo all the way through. Never mind. Maybe they'll forgive me. So let's go on with what we're going to do. So
I actually just came on to say hello to everyone. I haven't finished my presentation for, so I also got a slap on the wrist from.
I wouldn't worry about that. You can hand that slide deck in an hour after you've talked.
Right?
You can add the slide deck in an hour after you've talked.
Because I'm a first-time presenter, she wants to make sure that it all looks okay.
Oh, I wouldn't worry. Tell her you're doing this instead. Much more important.
Right?
Yeah, I'll tell her you were doing this. No problem. Okay, so you're going to drop off, are you? Or are you going to hang around for a bit?
Yeah, so I'm going to drop off.
Okay, mate. So, Sunday afternoon, Contrib to Core. Come
Yeah.
and join us. We'll do it real, in person and virtual at the same time.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll get some other people in from the community and we'll actually walk them through some good first bugs and actually get them to commit there and then. So that's the plan. So it will be very much the three of us to sort of handle it and to lead that little bit. So I'll see you all next week, 2 weeks time.
Sounds good.
And that will be it for August, unless TA go. Are you going to do the last one in August?
I can do it.
Yeah, I'm not doing the last. I'm not doing any in August. Okay.
All right.
So you'll have to start it, run it, and I'll make you a presenter or something, but to sort it out. So chase me, make sure I do that. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
See you guys.
Cheers, bye.
See you, man.
Okay, so we've got the serious team here now. So let's do some serious work.
Hey, Paul. I think your voice is breaking a little bit. I don't know, Ryan. Can you hear him?
Yeah, it's a bit crackly, but I didn't know if that was my connection or.
No, it's not. It's the same here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, it's just a little bit. I mean, I can hear you. It's just a little bit crackly. That's all.
Let's just make sure we're using the. Yeah, it's all on the headset, so it should be good.
All right.
Okay. Thank you for pointing it out to me. There's three things we've been doing, Ryan, to sort of get you back up to speed. We've been doing the unit tests for functions, which is like our staple. And we've worked through 3 or 4 more of those since you were with us. And we had a few diversions off to do some other bits and pieces. The other pieces of work that we are considering, yeah, and I'd love an opinion from you on these, is both around the time and date and time functions in WordPress. I volunteered to be the maintainer for that block for my sins. And there's 2 issues in that space. One is that the default no date is 0000000 in the database, and that will break when someone tries to put a 64-bit database in place. Yeah, and so there is a task that we could look at, but I kind of want a few more people to weigh in on this, is to go through core and remove all those 000s and replace them with null and do all the checks that's supposed to be doing it. Yeah, so that's quite a reasonable sized task. And the other task that is probably slightly smaller, but also I think needs doing, is the removal of UTC offsets from the date time dropdown going forward. The issue is that if you set a date time offset, not a time zone, the time zone doesn't get set in the database. So when you say get time zone, it comes back with nothing. So you can't do date offset calculations. Do you know? You understand what I'm saying there? You're muted.
Sorry, muted. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So my suggestion is what we do is we deprecate the option to set the date time to a UTC, an offset, from a database point forward or from a version forward, unless because we can see what the database date is, and then, or unless it's already set, yeah, then we keep the option. But when you change it away, it goes away, and have a filter that allows you to reset it, re-enable it should you need it. Does that make sense? And really, just the fix is to remove it from the drop-down. Not to even try and go anywhere into the code and do any bits. Just remove it from the drop-down, add a filter to put it back in, and yeah. Do you think there's anything else we would need to do to that?
No, I don't think so. I think you're going to need to figure out how many people are like, I don't know if you need to figure this out. I think nothing has ever been deprecated in core. It's been marked as deprecated, it's been doing it wrong notices and all that fun stuff, but to my knowledge, nothing has actually been removed from the code base. Yeah. So I think you might have some pushback just because people don't like that kind of that level of change. But I think if there's an actual bug in there, then I think you should absolutely get a ticket open.
Well, the tickets are there. We just need someone to put the patch in.
Okay. So there's an actual ticket.
There are tickets in there, yeah. Basically, there are problems. People coming back.
Yeah.
The date offset doesn't work.
I guess my question there
is they've got an offset set, and there's nobody realizes it. And
I guess my question is then, why would they have offset? Like, why is it there in the first place?
To allow you not to pick a city, but to pick an offset. So instead of picking a time zone,
I want my offset to be right. You pick a 3-hour offset, or whatever it is.
Yeah. But there's an offset. There's a time zone for everything. Yeah.
Right.
And to be honest, if there is the argument comes back that I need an offset that's not a time zone. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Then we could say, okay, we could actually have a patch in there, a filter in there that says show missing offsets. Yeah. So that
I think that makes sense. I mean, you could do something like you have your filter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have your filter, and basically, like to your point, if the option is set, then you see the full dropdown.
I'm thinking of just removing the other option. So if it's set to an offset, it shows that offset. But if you change it away, it goes away.
Is the offset and the time zone, are they both stored like in the same option?
No, they're not. That's the problem. The
Oh,
offset
two different options.
Yeah, the offset goes in one field. The time
Right.
zone goes in another field.
Field.
And when you get time zone of the WordPress, you
Right.
get
It's not.
string,
Yeah.
not the number, the offset number. And if you want to do a get time zone or something, or you want to do a date manipulation, you actually need the
Right.
string to do the date manipulation. The offset's no use to you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that sounds like a good approach to make it so that if that offset is set, then you still have those items, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if it's not set, don't show them. Then don't let them screw it up. And then if you know, like if you're a if you're a user that understands that that you don't like is looking for an offset as opposed to a time zone, I think you're going to be sophisticated enough to enable a filter.
Yeah. And if you're not, we don't want you playing with it in any case.
Well, exactly, because you're gonna And in fact, there could be an argument for it simplifying the UI for non-developers because you go in and you set a time zone. You know what time zone you are, right?
Mm-hmm.
The offset just bulks up that drop down, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does.
I like it. Sounds good.
Okay, so how do we divide and conquer that?
Well, I would start by trying. It's hard. It's going to be hard to get into a filter in, I think. I would start down that road.
Well, the filters are just a switch, so.
Oh no, I know. But getting those in is tricky, as you know. Like it's because everyone chimes in on the naming convention, everyone chimes in on backwards compatibility. I mean, it should probably be the kind of thing that's like a filter that just returns true or false. Yes. I guess, right? So then.
Yeah, that's all it's going to be.
And then, so we just need So I would start with a patch that introduces that filter with a good naming convention and get some feedback on it. So essentially, and the only thing that, I guess you'd have to do.
I want two filters.
Mm-hmm.
One is put them all back. The other one is to put back the ones that are, which is slightly harder, which is making work for us. Put back the offset that are not covered by a time zone. Now, was that being too clever for ourselves?
I would start with time zones or time zones and offsets. Just that way, because I think. I mean, I get what you're saying 100%, and I think that the simpler we make it, the more palatable it is to begin with. So if we say, here's a problem, for people who don't have this option, we are going to hide those offsets. And then that solves the problem of people setting offsets of a time zone and running into all these all these problems. Mm-hmm. I think that's the starting point. That's my 2 cents, having just heard it. So.
Yep. Right. So let's see if we can find that drop down and find the code that drops it. So here's a race. Let's find that. Who can find the class and the object fastest?
All right. Let's see.
So that's an admin setting.
Where do I go?
Options general. I'm going to look at the.
Say it's
Okay, so
options.
it's in options-general PHP is where it's echoed out. And it echoes out a function called WP time zone choice.
Whew.
Oh, this is pretty. Oh, that's not too bad. There's a block of offsets. There's an array. I'm looking in functions. Let me share my screen, and that way everybody can see what I'm seeing. Okay, so here we are. This is relatively simple. We just wrap this with an offset, with a value. We can do two things here. We can put an offset range and put a filter, and we just have a filter for the if it's set to one of these values, show it. Yeah. Basically, this offset value, selected zone, if it matches. Literally, we can just accept that. So we can continue to walk this, and at this point we can put the filter in. Of course, the filter a lot of times. How do we... how do we offset value, selected zone?
I would.
Okay, so
I would. Go ahead.
Selected zone equals CCC, that's selected, else if it's a number. Okay, so if of selected zone is a number, we come in here, because otherwise it's a string, yeah? So if selected zone is numeric, we know that we've got a value, yeah? And we should then come in here and, or we can just loop it up here. So we can put the oh, let me know if you think this is... Okay, so that's the first one, and basically if this is true, Now, I might just be cack-handed at what I'm doing here. Well, in fact, I just do this, can't I? I don't need to do this.
You know what you might be able to do, Paul? Like that whole block that do manual offsets. If you basically have that apply filters return true or false, and if it's true, then it does all that stuff. Otherwise, it doesn't.
Just
So
don't
it just
bother.
basically skip.
So yeah, what I've done here will basically mean that you'll only ever see what you had it set to.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, I think.
Now, is that a step
right.
too far? Yeah.
My gut feels. I don't think so from a programmer standpoint, but I think from a core standpoint, baby steps is the way to go. I mean, I think it's. I think if we say if you're not using the offset, you don't see them. If you are using the offset, you are smart enough to know what you're doing, so you get them all. And then if it's and then because then they can go back and change it, and then they won't get the offsets again.
Okay, so if let's Control Z a few times, things. Okay, so we're back to where we were. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This. What's that?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and basically the whole of this just
and then
we just
wrap that whole thing inside of like put the if statement around the apply filter.
Well, in fact, forget this. We don't even need the off.
No, you just do if apply filters blah blah blah, and then you put then wrap the whole thing.
I like to do this, right?
Oh, totally.
Because it makes it clearer to people what we expect it to be.
For sure. And you should always use strict type equality.
That's it.
Yeah. So now if you test it, and you should be able to set an offset. But you'd need to have an offset for it. And then there's a typo in the filter name too.
Offset, yeah.
Show.
Offset.
Should we call it show manual offsets?
Yep. UTC manual?
Sure.
Yep. And should it be round the UTC label as well? No, that's set into UTC.
Yeah, like you could have another. You could put another filter there, I guess, but that's the string though, isn't it? Not like it's not going to be a numeric offset.
No. Well, you could have a UTC.
Yeah, totally.
Show UTC as a separate one. And the question is, do we need to get rid of that? Well, because that's a string. That's a.
Depends on where it gets saved, I guess. I mean, if it's not being saved, if it's being saved in the right place, so that when you call the time zone stuff, that it works, then I don't think it needs to be gone.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, just trying to zone. Just trying to look at the stuff where we're going. See, that should be filtered. Do you think they're going to get really upset if we start adding filters here?
Yeah, I would just do one at a time. I would just start with just the one that you have and see what people say, because it's one of the, you start throwing patches up there that has various changes and they're all related but somewhat related. You know how they get. So I had to undo an entire like 4 hours of work one time because I had got all crazy and decided I was going to reformat for standards and practices.
No.
They're like, I have no idea what the change set is. Here it is. Just revert it and just make the fix. Like, all right.
Yeah. No, I have a number of times put them in there. Again, you see, this should be in a filter. Just so it's in a filter. Okay, so that's the patch. Let's kind of see if it works. I don't think it's actually working on this box. I have to move this somewhere else. Let's open up a project. Yeah. Fortunately, my developer right. So I have a UTC offset. Yeah. Save changes. Nope, lost it. No, that didn't work. I've only got. Yeah. Okay.
So your selected is coming back. Oh, you know what? I bet it's being saved as a string in the database.
Yep.
I bet because I bet it's coming back as a string. Oh, do this. It's not. What you could do is you could.
I could do an int on it, but no, can't.
No, you'd have to do. You could do an offset. You could check for the. You could look for it in offset range.
Yes, but then I need to get that out here. In fact, the problem is though, name. Yeah, that is correct. That's the wrong one. There, yeah. So I could pull that in. Yeah, it's probably safer. Cut. Paste that there.
You could do array key exists.
It's not a key. It's just an array. It's just an empty array. Yep. Let's see what that does.
You might have. Yeah.
Yeah, that brought it back. Okay, so they've got them back, and we'll set it to wake, save, and they're still there.
So it means it's not. It means it isn't. It means it's funky.
All right, let's see what it's doing.
Are you still? Oh.
For each continent label, zone key.
That doesn't have. That's still got the is numeric check, but is that a different file? Is that the wrong file?
Yeah. Let me part that out of the way. Default, yeah.
Hooray.
I think we need to see what these have got in them, because if we look at this value, it's here, but it's if empty selected zone, select a city.
According to the doc block, it's supposed to be a string. I don't know if that necessarily matters, but so how could it possibly be returning? Try setting the third parameter in array to true.
It should be true in any case. And what I can do is I can make this a string. Yeah, I can't convert that to a string, to an int, but I can make this a string. Yeah? Sorry.
Yeah.
No, I can make this
Well,
a
it's
string.
already a string, though.
I can make that a string. I can cast the object of this array to a string. No, that won't work because it's an array. That don't work. Sure. Needle, haystack, strict. Let's try again. That did it. It's gone. All right. So let's go back. Set it to a plus. Save it. No, it's gone.
I think we're running into data type issues. I think it's because it's a float basically. Why don't you do this? Take the string and turn it into a float val.
What?
Like instead of
this one.
Yeah. So cast it like just instead of saying int var, say float var. Oh, sorry, it's not a data type. It's there you go, float val. That yeah, it's an actual function. So that should turn it. Now, will that floats have negatives? Do they not?
You can try it.
Because what that's going to do is that should make it an actual float. Huh. Weird.
Right, we're going to get it back. Okay, so it's back. So it's set to to UTC at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And the return of vote. So we can just dump this stuff. Var we know what that is. What's this? Let's start without that. Why aren't I seeing that?
Is it dumping it out like in the middle of a?
It's return.
Do it at the very top of the function.
It's returning.
Oh,
here.
it's returning.
So it should be okay.
Okay, well just make it return the selected zone. It's gonna break everything, but.
But I'm not getting the UTC either.
Something's... Is there a PHP error? There's something going on in there that's a PHP error that's killing the render.
Well, we're getting the rest of it off.
Yeah, but I wonder if that function is just...
We've been nothing. Yeah, look, empty. If it does, if it
That doesn't seem... Oh, what's that? What's that brace on 446?
4.
Sorry, 4446. 4,000 on line 4,446. There's a brace up there. Is that supposed to be? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
What's
loop.
that?
It's just 4 loops.
Okay. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's good. I checked that one already. Well, let's put a proper option in here. Right. Ah, look. It's not. It's a UTC plus. It's got UTC in the string. You see it at the bottom?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we need to remove the UTC.
So it's coming back as a string.
Yeah.
How is it calculating what the offset name is?
So the offset name and offset value is UTC offset value, and here's where it's been made up. So so if we just do not pretty.
I'm gonna have to drop off, Paul. I gotta get on something else, but this is interesting. I like this.
Yeah, we try to find something interesting, just occasionally, just to take us off slightly off topic, because just doing the unit tests is a bit of a grind.
Yeah, totally. Well, you're gonna have to do unit tests for this one, anyways, which would be perfect.
It's interface. How are you going to test it? We
Well,
can test this function actually. We can
yeah, test this function.
test this function.
Yeah,
Just
like
test it's got UTCs in it.
Yeah,
if
you
you
test the
pass
function.
it selected zone.
Mhm.
You pass the selected zone, and it should come back with some stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure you can do. I'm sure there's already a test in there. You could do another one. Just do a data provider that sends in a whole slew of different options, like of different selected options, and then make sure it doesn't.
Yep.
But make sure that it doesn't affect anything that doesn't get affected by that filter, I guess.
Yeah. All right, my friend. Well, do come back and pay us another visit.
Cool.
And look, we got UTC
I would
set.
love to. I try to.
UTC plus 3. Interesting. It says plus 3 and minus 3. Where's the plus come from?
Right there on 4458.
Oh, yeah, there.
Offset name equals plus dot offset, and then offset name is offset. Jesus. Oh yeah.
This is messed.
It is. It's a little. It's hard to follow the variable naming conventions.
Well, I suppose what we could do here, instead of trying to do this, is it an array? Does it have UTC in it? If it has UTC in it, we're going away.
If it's got UTC plus in it,
Or it could be minus.
Plus or minus, yes. So you can do a regular expression there. You can say if it's got UTC plus minus, because the UTC option above would just have UTC, right?
Yeah.
So you could do that. Oh.
It's got to be eloquent.
Anyways, yeah. I mean, you could put a regular expression in there and just check the value of it, and because it'll return true or false, right? You could do like a pairing match or something really low overhead.
It's only
I mean, the simplest.
Only gets tested once for a page load, and it's an option, admin option, so we don't have to be too worried about performance.
Yeah. I mean, the simple version of this is to just turn that off, right? Like for new installs, just basically have that return false, and then you don't even see them.
Well, the problem is, that's going to, if someone's got it set, if this will turn them off, because a new install won't have it set, it won't be on.
Right.
But if they've got it set, we keep them.
Is it what's the option name that this offset is stored in? Is it a different option? Because you can just do a get option call in there, because it'll return false if there's nothing in there.
Okay, let me. The selected stone general.
Get option time string.
Current GMT offset. Those are the two of them.
So if you were to do a get option for GMT offset in your applied filter, because that's the stuff that's causing the problems, right? That GMT offset.
If okay, so yeah, if time zone is set, that's what's set. Otherwise, go get that option. Then check it and do some flapping around with it.
Okay.
Basically, if it's bigger, it's actually storing the value, the offset, and then it's doing the UTC crap in here, the pending. So if this is empty, okay, we can do that. We could make that call. If that is empty, then we're in UTC. We're in the GMT offset. Okay, I suspect the GMT offset was the original WordPress offset.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. And then they added
no time zone string.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
So this is what you need to call whenever you want to do a time manipulation, because you need the string. Yeah.
Right.
So that would work. We could do.
I mean, to make it nice and clean, you could just have it return whatever that function is, right? And then if it's going to be, then the only problem there is that it can't be true. Or if it's, you could do something like, you could
Does
make
get
that.
option return?
It returns false if there's no option. But it's not going to return. It's not going to return true. It's going to just return a non-falsy value. So you'd have to get rid of the strict equality for that to work.
They're testing for empty here. Okay. So if that is empty.
Oh, maybe it does return an empty string. Okay. Well, it returns an empty string, then you're off.
The same test as they're doing. Yeah. So if that returns empty, if that's true, yeah,
Mhm.
then we'll show the offsets because it's the other one. That's and that so this lot doesn't need this can go back inside here,
Yeah.
and we don't need that.
I think that might be probably the easiest, like the quickest solution, right?
Yeah, it runs it on through from here. Why is it complaining here?
You're missing.
Yeah, fixed it. Bracket missing. All right, let's see if that does it, and then you got to go.
Yeah. Sorry, wish I could hang out longer, but got work to do.
Yep, all right, that's there. Okay. Let's set it to somewhere else, and they're gone.
Cool.
That's it. Just
I
write
think
some
that's
text to it and stick it in and see what it says.
I think that's
I'll send you a link to the ticket I'm going to associate it with.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Now, what do you think of the chance of that going in?
I don't think it's too bad. I think you put it up there, tag it with like dev feedback, and then like needs unit tests, and see what happens. Someone's going to take a look at it and either call you crazy for trying to do it, or
Well,
I think
we could probably write a couple of unit tests, me and Diego.
I'm sure there's unit tests for this function somewhere, and if there's not, we should have it anyways, right? So
yeah. Well, it's in my file. It's in my functions file, so that I know there's no unit test for it.
Oh, there's none for that?
There are no functions for the functions. That's why I'm doing unit tests for functions file.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, there you go. So you can start with some baseline tests, and then without the filter, and then add with the filter, and all that fun stuff.
Thanks, Ryan.
Cool.
It's been nice talking to you again. It's been a
Yeah,
while.
for sure. It's been crazy. Hopefully I can make it to WordCamp Toronto next year. Hopefully you'll make it to WordCamp Toronto as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to go to US.
Oh yeah, me too. I submitted to talk. I don't know if it's gonna happen or not, but
yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah, so I'm hoping I can go there. So if so, well we'll have a drink.
Or two.
Or yes, for more many.
All right, mate.
Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna drop off.
Bye-bye, mate.
I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, bye. Diego,
Well,
did you follow that one?
no, I was listening, but I'm still doing my environment here. I have it working, but I'm trying to enable debugging, like the holy grail, debugging plus testing.
Yeah, so you know, I'm going to give you grief in your talk if you haven't got it working.
What is that?
I'm going to give you grief in your talk if you haven't got it working.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so let's write a test for this. So tests for that function. Oh. Help if I actually looked at the line number that I was trying to fix rather than just sort of looking at the red lines on the page.
The what?
There was an error on the page and I just
I see.
Why is it not working? Missing argument 2 for testing time zone types. So. Oh. I'm trying to loop myself. Undefined variable expected in return. Hello, Paul here. Good. I'm on a Google Hangout doing a Contrib call for WordPress, leading it. So probably. Yep. Okay. I'll speak to you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Alright, so undefined variable times drone string. Yeah, that looks right. So the data provider looks right. You have a look at this, Diego, and see if you can see what's going wrong.
All right.
So we've got a data provider. So we've got a data provider up here, yeah, and it's just got a single array element in it at the moment. So UTC plus that. So that's just a string that's getting passed into here. Yeah. So that's, we go to there. Copy. The error is undefined variable on 28, which was there. So let's just run that again. I just haven't cut and pasted it. No.
WP time zone choice. What function is that?
That's the function that does the generated, and it's selected time zone is what you get passed into it. Yeah.
So what's the line? The problematic line?
29, which is this one.
Okay.
And it's saying that's not defined.
Time zone string. It's not defined?
Neither of them are defined. Return or string.
Okay. Is it possible that so you're passing variables to a test, right?
Yeah.
Have we done this before?
No, but I've got a example.
So you have to inject it, probably using the comments, right?
Yeah, that's it. There, time zone.
Okay.
Data provider.
Time zone data provider.
So let's do the look. There's one here that's
okay.
Let's just test this.
This one is working.
Well, I assume it is.
Okay. Data's time zone format, and then you map the params. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Maybe there's a special. Can't call it with a filter or something. You have to call it. No.
WP.
Oh yeah. It worked.
All right. Let me check the one again that is not working. Param, time zone. What? Yeah, let me see the the one that works again.
So it's a
public function.
Returns an array. The array is the 3 values. Yeah, bytes, decimals expected. Bytes, decimal, unexpected.
Data provider.
Data provider.
That is okay.
Make sure I haven't messed that up.
So data provider is fine. Data time zone. You're returning an array that contains another array. You're passing 2 variables. That's fine. Do they have the very same name? Yes. Okay, warning, missing argument 1, missing argument 2.
So you got missing arguments, so it's
they are there. Data provider, data time zone.
Okay. It's renaming it slightly, see if it's data format, tests functions. So let's do that. Let's Control Z. Right, so it's a different function name. I just wonder whether okay. It worked. The function names were the same. The class and the function name were the same. Didn't lie.
I see.
So we are looking for UTC. Does it contain that value? But that needs to be like .wildcard. Yeah.
Right.
Wild. Yeah. And can you think of anything else to test? We could just put some values in.
Just UTC values in general, or?
Well, we'll do some minuses and things. So when I get one working.
Test WP time zone choice. And it has to be only from the possible ones.
Yeah, so we'll pick stuff like this. Yeah. Copy. So let's see if we can get that to work first. So what do you think these regexes should be? No.
To catch them all?
No, I just need to find, does this string exist? Yeah. Did it generate an option with this string? Yeah. Now we could do, we could do a whole line, but I just want to find the UTCs in there.
I see. So there's a way to catch it. You want just to stripe the UTC from that string?
I just want to know if it's there. Yeah. So I'm doing a regex expression here. Yeah. To find, because what we get back is a string. Yeah. We get this thing back. Yeah. So I'm just looking in that string
and see if there's any
multi-line
UTC.
string to see if it's got stuff. So maybe I need to do a multi-line on it. What's that? A multi-line? Get my patented regex tool out. That will do. That's an insert string. And I want to find so yeah, I've got an example of stuff in here. That's not working. Let's just try.
You see, I think you might have to escape the plus.
Yep. Is it that way around to escaping?
Or is this? So, UTC. Do you have any? Yeah, you have one there. UTC 3. Still not getting. I would put one more. I never.
That worked on a one-liner, but if you put the second line in, yeah.
Up to group.
It's not doing multi-line. Oh, it's found it. Oh, has it found it? Oh, there. I need to do multi-line.
Multi-line.
Treat as multi-line.
So you have to add one M there. Cool.
Well, it's found it on the second. These treat each of these one as a multi-line.
Cool. What about a plus? One with plus. Is there any plus 12 there?
Yeah.
Oh, there is one. Okay. So try escaping it. One more.
Yeah, found it.
Oh, found it. Okay.
But it's finding it for each line.
Mac.
So let's just try. I need both all of those, but no. Let's look it up. Oh, I hate this stuff.
Which one is failing?
assert contains. But is that an array? An array is array to or array? No, contains is that looks like the right thing to do. Yeah.
Right. So this space is before the beginning of the regex. There are spaces in front of the regex, like all of them.
Cool. Okay, that might explain it. Let's fix that. Yeah, good spot. It could have been that, couldn't it? No.
Can we? Okay. So let's reduce it to 1 then. See if it works. Go from there.
Okay, so if we just do that, okay.
Do you know which one of them is the problematic one? Like the first, second, third, fourth?
But it doesn't matter. They're not going further. Four tests, 4 assertions, 1 error. Oh, Control Z. Yep. Moved on.
Cool.
What else should we test? Is that enough tests to get it going, you think?
You're testing 2 types of UTCs, plus and minus.
Yeah, plus UTC on its own, plus something else.
City names. What else weird is in that list?
All right, let's roll back up and have a look at it. So it's all this, you know, it's Europe and yeah.
These are all names, okay?
Yeah, they're all the same pattern. And talking to America, we could put that one in.
Easter egg, yeah.
Pass that string, and we get this string back. Yeah, that's enough for me, I think. We should also test if you pass this in, we shouldn't have UTC.
If you pass one of the names?
Yeah, so this should not have UTC in it. So how do you do a not?
Exclamation. No, it's actually that the hat, I think.
So
Isn't it?
I don't want that. Okay. Let's see if that works. Got it. Stack Overflow rules, yeah, okay. Let's see if that works. Oh, it's paused.
What?
Uh, we're quiet in here. You can't do that, regex. Well, taking that out. Okay, I'm going to push this patch up. Let's go and find where we're going to put that. Components. Date and time. Yes. Can you just look at this to see if you think it makes sense?
Second, okay. Let me see again. Remove the C options from time zone if not selected, plus filter to restore. Okay. To solve the problem where the option time zone string is not set, I think it's missing something after is not. To solve the problem where the option time zone string is not because in UTC I think this off is offset. Okay, offset has been selected. I think there's a hard stop there. Yeah. Dispatch, remove the UTC options if not currently selected. Okay. It also adds a filter show UTC offsets to allow the UTC offsets to be restored for a site. So, and then you have to mention that there are tests. Yeah. Cool. Unit. I.
I can't mess of that.
Cool. Include unit tests. That's fine. All right.
So just looking for the patch. I think it's that one. And WP time zone function. tests. Yeah, so why isn't it in the list? I'm going blind.
What happened?
I can't see the new file.
It should be on the test PHP unit.
PHP tests,
Test
functions, WP. It's not there. WP dash time zone dash choice.
Let me see your editor then. Test functions, WP time zone choice. Yeah, that's not there. The path is correct, but this is not there. So this file, you just created this file.
Yeah, I'm just gonna add it to.
I think you have to select show on version files on this box.
Yep, yep. That'll be.
There it is.
That was the problem. And it was functions. Is where the patch was. Yep.
Functions, yeah. /
Right, let's make the patch. And okay, there's some other crap in here. Functions is not clean.
The functions is not clean. Like your version was not up to date.
It's got other stuff in here. Okay, that'll do. Yeah.
Cool.
That looks right to me, doesn't it?
Set its structure.
Let's see if I can. Yeah. Okay, let's file, save, and push that into the function. All right, let's see what this does. All right, date time. Create ticket. All right, so we want to do has patch, has needs dev feedback, has unit tests, probably needs docs.
It needs what?
docs, because there's a new filter. Oh,
I
I
see.
didn't put the filter code in. I need to repatch this.
When you say didn't put the filter code, oh, in the patch.
Yep, I didn't put the dot block for the filter. I need an example. Yep, I'm just finishing up, my darling. Okay. Done.
Cool.
All right, mate, we're done. I will see you in 2 weeks at WordCamp.
Yeah. I was able to do what I was doing here. So now I can debug and the testing.
Oh, well done.
Cool.
All right, that's good news. So, yeah, I'll make sure I make you into a project leader so you can do. In fact, you probably don't need it. Yeah, just do the invites. Yeah, I'll we'll cover it over at the meetup. What we got to do to get the to broadcast the event.
All right.
But otherwise, I think we did well. We actually put a patch in.
Yeah.
Well, I wrote a patch, and you did some stuff, and Ryan did some pointing. So hopefully that was a step forward, because that's something we've been talking about for a while. That patch.
Right.
And in the end, it turned out not to be too bad. Be interesting to see if that takes some legs. But we need to do some more of the unit tests for functions. We need to get some more of those going. So at WordCamp, good first bugs if we got any nice ones, and unit tests if we haven't. All right.
All right.
And see you then. Bye bye.
See you, Bob. Bye.